Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, are there some things that I might find attractive about myself, but women don't find attractive about me? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked because the answer is yes. In fact, this was inspired by a meme I saw the other day on Instagram where it was like, fantasy, and it is like this picture of a super buff built guy and there's all these women surrounding him like, oh my god, you're so hot, yes, you're so sexy. And then it was like a split screen, and on the other side it said reality, and it was this super big buff guy, and then all these dudes around him like, whoa, you look good, bro, whoa, how many sets you do, what do you do, bro? So first of all, it's not your fault. A lot of guys don't understand that women and men have a completely different set of attraction triggers out there. Whereas you guys are very visual creatures, we are the more emotional ones. So what you think looks good to you may not necessarily look good to us ladies. And make sure you never make one of these mistakes in regards to looking at yourself the way men do versus how women do, or another one of my videos. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button right here, or maybe it's not right there, maybe it's underneath the video. Who knows? Either way, hit it, and don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. So there's so many different things that I kept adding to the list and taking off the list, but I've narrowed it down to 10 of the most important ones that comes to us seeing you mostly at first glance or even on dating apps, so that you can easily correct them like right frickin' now to make sure you're not getting more dudes than dames. So the first one is having a super rock hard, ironclad body. I'll tell you right now, while most women are inclined to be like, whoa, at first glance, that's mostly a man loving thing. Really, we don't care about how like chiseled your abs are. In fact, they've done studies that show that women are actually more sexually attracted to men with dad bods. Don't ask why, I'm actually the same way. When I see abs, for some reason I think of like, I don't know, malnourishment? I don't know. Something like that comes to mind where I'm kind of not into it, and it doesn't feel good against my body. I like, less Channing Tatum, more Jason Momoa. Or even James Gandolfini. I'll take him too. He's a sexy fuck. Or he was. Rest in peace. But again, that is probably more attractive to men than it is to us ladies. So if you think it's something you need to get us drooling over you and dragging you to Pound Town, you are mistaken. The second one is the shirtless mirror bathroom selfies. Again, if you have one and you do look like Channing Tatum or even Jason Momoa, fine, we'll be like, ooh, he's hot. But we'll also be more inclined to think, ooh, what a douche. And if you don't have a body like that, then we're like, what the fuck is he taking this picture for and putting it out there for? I'm telling you, no girl ever looked at those and was like, ooh, he seems like a great potential partner. Again, they put more of a bad feeling in us than a good feeling, because when we see a guy who takes the bathroom mirror shirtless selfie, we're like, okay, he seems pretty fucking vain. Or if you don't have a body that should be featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated, we'll be like, okay, he is definitely delusional. The third one is the car selfies. I get it. You don't want to take a selfie. You think it's stupid to take a selfie. And at the same time, you don't want to do it in the bathroom because Jessica J told you not to do it in the bathroom. But I swear to God, if I have to see another man in his car taking a selfie, I get it. There's nowhere else you could take one without feeling like an idiot. We also see so many of these that we're just like, ugh, another one. If you're gonna take a selfie, do it with a family member or when you're out doing something fun, maybe with your niece or nephew. We love that shit. But to do it alone in your car is kind of like now you're the weird guy in your car taking pictures of yourself. Which then brings me to the fourth one, which is the mean mug. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know where men get this idea that you can't smile or you shouldn't show happiness in any sense of the word. First of all, the mean mug, it's more often than not, you're coming across as a serial killer. And I don't know any woman out there that is very excited to get murdered by a man. I don't know, I could be wrong, but that's my guess. I get it, you want to look like the brooding, sensual, rugged type. But even the bounty man, Or is it the brawny man? The brawny man smiles! If you don't know what I'm talking about, then I, again, may be too old for you to understand. However, again, it's all about the feelings we get. That's what we're attracted to, is how you make us feel in a given instant. And if you got this mean mug, and you look like you're contemplating whether or not you should trust that fart, we will contemplate whether or not we should even trust you. The fifth one is pictures with celebrities. So I remember way back when I was helping my friend with his dating profile, and he had a picture of him and Betty White. And obviously in this picture, he's so excited to be with Betty White that he looks like this. It wasn't a good look for him. In fact, all the pictures you take with celebrities are not good looks for you. Why? Because they're celebrities and they're definitely gonna outshine you. There's nothing about that where like, oh my God, he's so hot, standing next to Britney Spears. No, we just don't think it. We're just like, okay, cool. You more often than not, you're not making a sexy face. And again, the second you are outshined by anybody else in your pictures, the second we realize that you are not worth looking at. Which then brings me to my, when am I on, sixth one, which is you're posing with expensive cars. I get it. You see a really great Ferrari. Wow, how great would it look if I took a picture with a Ferrari, right? No, because unless you have a fucking Ferrari, you look really desperate. And if it is your Ferrari, then you still look desperate because we probably wouldn't want you if you didn't have that Ferrari. Is probably what you're thinking, and if you're thinking it, you're right. Again, anything that may outshine you is not gonna work well in your favor. Number 7 is my favorite, because y'all fellas like posing with pictures of your kill. Whether it's giant fish, or the deer you caught, or the dollar bills. Again, this is something that's only attractive to other men. Where are you going? So unless you're posing with something like this, no need to pose with a dead anything. Number 8 is hanging on to your hair when you really should let it go like it wants to. Okay, so we get it. Balding is a thing that happens. It happens when you start aging. Every boyfriend I've ever had has dealt with balding. Even my very first boyfriend, I think he was balding by the time we were 16. But here's the thing, you growing out all the hair you have left to like spread it out over the balding parts as much as possible, that's not a good look. We see it, and again, it's another desperate hang on for a life that you are clearly resisting. I'm telling you right now, men grow immensely sexier with age. There's never been a case where it wasn't true. Every guy looks much better with age. And if you watch Impractical Jokers, which is one of my favorite shows, one of the guys was, hanging on to dear life to these things while he was losing all this. And he was growing it out, and he looked old, he looked creepy. But once he finally shaved his head, man, that is one sexy looking motherfucker right there. And the second you embrace your aging is the second we'll wanna embrace you in our vaginas. The 9th one is my favorite, it's the peace poses. I don't know where these poses came about. Is that a sign of happiness amongst friends? If so, why aren't any of you smiling? Again, poses are overrated. You're trying to get women to feel something from you. We don't feel anything for that. Instead of, here's another guy doing it. Anytime you can get a candid pose, please do. In fact, one thing I do with all my girlfriends when we take pictures is, we'll take the, and then with the last one, I'll be like, okay guys, let's look at each other and start laughing. And it's such a stupid prompt, but it's so stupid that it prompts all of us to look at each other and then burst out laughing. And it's always the very best picture that we get together. Again, because it's about the types of emotions you are arousing in us women. And unless you're arousing any emotions, you're not doing anything for us. And I'm telling you this, does nothing for us. And number 10, posing with beautiful women. I can't tell you how many guys think that like, what if I post a picture of me and another girl? Do you think she'll get jealous and like ask me on a date? I don't know where you guys got this from. Again, you guys, that's something that other men would be like, whoa, look at that guy. Us women will be like, wow, he looks desperate and sleazy. Posing with beautiful women that aren't your family members is a very desperate cry. And if these women look out of your league, then we'll be like, ooh, he's definitely a loser, trying really hard. So if you want to know how to actually spark attraction and arousal in women, and you know that you're guilty of one or all of those 10 things, don't forget to check out my Speak to Spark Arousal program, where I tell you exactly how to elicit all the emotions to get her thinking that she's got to fuck the shit out of you, and how's she gonna do it? That way there is no chase. She's the one chasing you. Problem solved. So cut out these 10 things if you're guilty of any. Check out my speaktosparkarousal.com product. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.